The ugly duckling. Once upon a time, in the warm days of summer, a mother duck sat on her nest waiting for her eggs to hatch. One by one, the eggs cracked open, and out came 5 beautiful fluffy yellow ducklings. But the biggest egg hadn't hatched yet. When the last egg finally cracked, out came a duckling that looked very different from the others. He was much larger, and instead of being yellow and fluffy, he was gray and awkward looking. The other ducklings stared at him and whispered, "How ugly he is!" Even his own mother was unsure why he looked so different. From the start, the ugly duckling was treated badly by the other animals on the farm. They teased him, pecked at him, and made him feel unwelcome. "You're not like us," they would say, leaving him sad and lonely. The journey of the ugly duckling. Unable to take the teasing any longer, the ugly duckling decided to run away. He wandered far from the farm, hoping to find a place where he could belong. As he traveled, he met many different animals, none of whom treated him any better. As autumn turned to winter, the ugly duckling was all alone. He struggled to survive in the cold, hiding in a hollow tree and shivering under the snow. He felt like the world had forgotten about him, and he began to believe that he would always be ugly and alone. But one day, after a long, hard winter, the sun began to shine again, and the ice started to melt. The ugly duckling ventured out of his hiding spot and saw a group of beautiful swans swimming in the nearby pond. He was drawn to them, though he thought they would never accept him. With his heart pounding, he slowly approached the swans, ready to be rejected once again. But to his surprise, the swans didn't chase him away. Instead, they looked at him kindly and welcomed him into their group. The ugly duckling looked down into the water and, for the first time, saw his reflection clearly. He couldn't believe his eyes. He wasn't an ugly duckling anymore. Over the winter, he had transformed into a beautiful swan. He had been a swan all along, but he just didn't know it. The ugly duckling's transformation. Filled with joy, the once ugly duckling stretched his long, graceful neck and flapped his beautiful white wings. He joined the other swans, swimming proudly across the pond, finally feeling that he had found his place in the world. The other animals who had teased him now watched in awe, realizing that the ugly duckling had grown into the most beautiful swan of all. The ugly duckling had found his true beauty and learned that sometimes it takes time to grow into who you're meant to be. The moral of The Ugly Duckling. True beauty comes from within, and everyone has their own journey of transformation. The ugly duckling teaches us that we shouldn't judge ourselves, or others, by appearances. Just because you don't fit in right away doesn't mean you won't find where you truly belong. Patience, self-acceptance, and kindness will lead you to your true potential. Questions about The Ugly Duckling. 1. What happened when the ugly duckling was born? 2. How did the other animals treat the ugly duckling? 3. Why did the ugly duckling run away from the farm? 4. What did the ugly duckling discover when he looked at his reflection in the water? 5. What lesson does the story of the ugly duckling teach us?
Little duck.